do. The whole thing with Feral But Sober is that we welcome like everybody. Like, you know, if you work a program, if you don't, like Matt, Cali Sober, whatever, like we love everybody. And so that's I don't know, I think it's a really important message.
Man, I feel like after you go through the like trauma for so many years and stuff, like it takes so much longer to get yourself to like a normal level for society. You know what I mean? Why am I like, I can't hear you again.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
I don't know why. I'm telling you, the enemy is working hard in my life right now. I think like this has been an ongoing issue. I was like, man, my computer, it's a brand new laptop and it'll just like kick off when I'm on TikTok live. It just goes off. I'm like, luckily I got people, they just keep running, like it don't kick the meeting off. It just kicks me out. So
yeah. So
the way I usually do this, I read your bio before you got here, and then I kind of just let you take the floor. You can start wherever it starts for you as a child, your addiction, whatever. I kind of take notes. I'll pop questions in as we go, and then when you're done, if we have time, I'll kind of circle back and ask some questions.
Yeah. So I was born in Harrisburg Hospital in Pennsylvania, and I grew up it's like a little town called Edders, and it's like right outside of York, PA. And it's like a suburb. It's like a townhouse development. You know, so like it was like a nice little area kind of, and like all my friends that I grew up with, like they all had their mom and dad in their house, you know, like, and I went through like, well, when I was like 6, my mom got with her husband at the time. And he was an alcoholic, and he was abusive towards me. So like a lot of my life was like, and my dad wasn't really around. He was like on and off around. So like my childhood was pretty much like trauma, you know, like, but everything around me was like, I wish that I had that. I wish I had this, you know, like, I always wanted what everybody else had, and I didn't have it. And then I had all the trauma, the abuse, like, and then when I would go to my dad's house, my dad's a drug addict. So, you know, I would go over there and I'd like find spoons and all that. And my dad was a DJ, a stripper. He was a male escort, like, you know, so you could imagine what that environment was like back then. So, I guess like the first, I was bad in school. I was super like hyperactive. I couldn't sit still. So as I got like a little bit older, I started getting in trouble when I was like legal trouble when I was like 15. I think I broke into a house. Then I got in a fight on the bus at school. I got expelled from school. So I was always in like alternative schools. And I guess like I just felt lost, you know, like I just felt like I never felt like I leveled up to everybody else, you know, like, and I always wanted to be accepted. So like when I was like 5, my mom was pretty much like single till I was 5. And I have real bad separation anxiety. And they say it comes from like when I was like 5, my mom got with that guy that was like abusive towards me and stuff. And up until I was 5, I would like sleep in bed with my mom and stuff, you know, and like I was all cuddly. And then when he came around, I got kind of like, you know, like I wasn't allowed to sleep in the bed anymore, you know, like all that type of stuff. And then
was your mom,
it was like a whole mind screw for me, you know, like growing up with people saying like, oh, this person loves you, but this person is doing this to you. Like, this person's doing this to me, but people are saying he loves me. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to ask, did your mom and stepdad, like, were they addicts? Did they use at all or no?
My mom's not an addict. My dad's an addict, and my mom's ex-husband, he was an alcoholic.
Alcoholic, okay.
Yeah, my mom was always like a goody. She was always a goody good, you know, like she has her little quirks or whatever, but she was always like, she never got in trouble or anything. You know, and I was like an only child until I was like 12, so I was spoiled too. You know, like a part of me was spoiled, but then the other part of me was like abandoned and beat down. You know, so it like created this whole like mess.
Yeah, like a mental fuck. Yeah, absolutely. Like a
So when I was 15, I started running away from home a lot, and I ran away one time. And I was 15 and I ran away, and I was on the news for like a week, missing child on the news. So when they found me, they put me in York Detention Center, and I ended up being in all these different placements till I was 18. Because basically, like, my mom couldn't control me at this point, and I had so much anger in me that nobody could control me. You know what I mean? I think when I was 15, that was the first time I smoked weed. It was with my friend and my dad. And then I did it, I mean, like on and off till I was 18, because I would come home on like home passes and stuff, and we would get drug tests or whatever, but I never, you know, I cared more about the instant gratification would take me over every time.
Right.
Whether there was consequences or not. So when I was 7, I ended up coming home when I was 18, and I was home like 10 months, and I had so much anger in me from all this stuff from like back whenever. So like I would get in fights all the time, trying to like prove to myself, you know.
Right.
What was I saying?
You came home at 18. You had a lot of anger.
Oh yeah, so I was home for 10 months. And I had this girlfriend. It was like the most toxic relationship of my entire life. Like, because I was so screwed. I was like, you know what I mean? I was physically abusive, mentally abusive. She was physically abusive. You know what I mean? I was like 18. So I ended up like, I got in a fight or whatever. And I went to Dauphin County for 2 years. I got a simple assault, and I ended up violating probation for that. So they they put me in front of the judge, and I told the judge to max me out. So they maxed me out the 11 and a half to 23 months. So I did the 23 months for the violation. So then I came home, and I was, I think that was when I started like really partying, because I didn't really know what else to do in life, because so like I never had a dad, you know, like I never had a father figure to teach me how to do stuff. Like I didn't know what the hell to do or how to like take care of myself, you know what I mean? So I just partied. And I just ran around with friends and tried to fit in wherever I could fit in. And I would try to do stuff to impress people so that I fit in with the circle. So I would go steal cars or go fight people to try to impress my friends. So 15 to 18 in juvie. Then I did 2 years in Dauphin County after I was home for 10 months. Then I came home from Dauphin County, and I went back upstate for 6 months. 6 months later, I went back upstate for 3 years for an aggravated assault. So from 15 to 23, I had 15 months on the street.
You say you did you were out 6 months and you went back for how long?
3 years.
Damn, man.
So I was out from 15 to 23. I was only out 14 months.
Golly, man.
And my childhood, I lost my whole childhood. You know what I mean? Like a normal developed, like emotionally developed childhood that a child should have. I didn't have that. So like I had a lot of developmental issues, like emotionally and stuff. And I still have separation anxiety and little stuff. Um, so when I came home from upstate, I started selling drugs. And when I had done it before that, you know what I mean? But when I came home from upstate, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, and I'm going to go hard. So that's, you know, that's what I did. And I just ran amok for up until 3 years ago. You know what I mean? And I was like addicted. I would literally in my addiction, like selling drugs and all that, like I would literally every single day for years, I would wake up, go meet the plug, go pop my perk, you know, go run around, go gambling, go to the casino twice a day. Like I never got anywhere in life, but I was always getting somewhere in life. But I was always stuck like right where I was at with the gambling, the drugs, the girls, all that, like in like a little circle with myself getting nowhere. So yeah, 3 years ago I went to 3 years ago I went to rehab. They had a piano in the rehab. Now I was always into poetry from the time I was young, from being in juvie and prison and stuff. Like I was always into poetry. So when I went to rehab, they had a piano, and I snuck the piano up to my room. It was at Malvern on King Street, and so I took the piano up to my room, and I would put like the beat on, and I would started writing to it. And like the more that I wrote, like the more that I would write to the beat, like I would lay there and bawl my eyes out and stuff, because like it was the first time that I ever really truly like faced my all my stuff, you know, like so that's why I fell in love with music, is because of that's what hooked me, was like this, like makes me feel like this when I write it. And what I realized was like when I was writing and working on the music and the lyrics and stuff, like there was a counselor outside my room. So like the one time I was writing and it was like something real deep and I was like bawling my eyes out. So I went out to the counselor and they were like, yeah, you shouldn't be in your room doing this by yourself because, you know, whatever. But if you want to do that and then come out and talk to me when you go through something or something starts bothering you, then you can do that. That would be beneficial. So they let me keep the piano in my room, and because I was healing, I was literally healing. Like that was like probably my biggest healing process, was just writing everything and analyzing my whole life before my eyes as I write, you know, like um so yeah, I came home and I bought all the equipment. You know, I went to a halfway house. I did all my step work. I've worked all the steps, and I mean I've been clean from hard drugs for 3 years, and I smoke weed. I've been smoking weed for like the past probably year. Um, and it, you know what, it does help because I like it. I'm not even gonna lie. I love getting high, you know. So like, if I can, if I can fall back and chill and smoke some weed, get a little high, and I'm not out ruining my life, you know, like I'm in a better spot now than I was 3 years ago, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, like I have an apartment. I never thought that I would get up on stage in front of people, because like I would never do talent shows, or like I wouldn't even talk in front of a class in school. So the simple fact that I got to a point where I could overcome my fears of like my confidence and stuff, like it just, I see life different, and I see like I want things in life now, that it's like different things I want in life now, you know, like than I wanted back then. I didn't go too deep into detail because I know we started late, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot better. I last year I went out to Wisconsin. I did a show in Wisconsin. I did a show at Soberfest. I mean, I was performing all over last year, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing here soon. In February. Oh wait, so Soberfest is in July, and that's in Halifax, PA. So I'll be performing at that. That one's already set. And her name's Kathy. She's so nice. Um, yeah, so I mean, I got a lot of good stuff coming up this year, and you know, I got my little wifey right here. I love her. You know, so my bed frame just broke, so now I had to take the bed frame out to the trash. So now we gotta order a new bed frame. So my bed is right now is on the floor.
On the floor, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. So I really want to talk about like how you got started smoking, like in recovery, and how I want to talk about the heat you take about that because I'm sure it's a lot.
Listen, I'll be honest, I don't care. I care what people think, but I don't like no, you know, it did bother me at first, like how am I gonna tell people? But then I was like, you know, like who cares? Because you know, there's people that are heroin addicts that drink beer and they're fine. There's people that can smoke weed. Listen, I was fine. I was perfectly fine smoking weed. It was when I started selling drugs and I started getting into I'm not gonna make excuses for it, but yeah, I like smoking weed, so I smoke weed. But I guess I did feel a little like how am I gonna tell people or but I don't know, I just came out like, you know what, it is what it is. Like I have my medical card, you know, like
It was a big hit.
What?
You wrote a whole song about it, and that song was a big hit. Like, you know, a lot of
people.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, and that was so Cali Sober was my song.
Hold on. Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay, so go ahead and tell us about the song.
No, like that, so that song was kind of like my way of like, you know, like the song starts out like they say that I'm not sober, I've been smoking weed. They say that I can't take Suboxone, I ain't really clean. But they don't know the things I've been through and the stuff I've seen, whatever. Like, it's like, because like people are, dude, one thing I've realized in recovery is like people are one person is gonna say one thing about you, another person is gonna tell you to do something else, another person's gonna tell you what worked for them, another person's gonna tell you what worked for them, you know, like, so like we know deep down, like, you know what I mean, like we're not dumb.
Well, I like wholeheartedly believe in like harm reduction and medicated assisted treatment, and I believe like that's what Cali Sober is in my mind is just, like,
yeah,
you know, like if that's what you need to get through.
I started smoking because I'll be honest, I started smoking because I think it was because I went. Yeah, it was when I went through a break. It was 9 months. It would have been like 8, 9 months ago when I went through a breakup. And I was, yeah, that's kind of what like when I was like, you know what, like, yeah.
So you
So
did
yeah,
the first part of your recovery like without smoking? You weren't clean for a little bit without smoking?
for 2 years. I mean, but listen, like when I went, like I knew, even in the beginning, I knew that I wouldn't not smoke weed for the rest of my life. But I also knew that I needed time. I really needed to work on myself. So I knew that I couldn't, I wasn't going to put marijuana in my life until I felt that it was the right time for me, like, because the first 2 years, I really did work. I really wanted to like work on myself, and like, and now I'm at the point where I feel like I just want to tell people my story, so that people, because there's a lot of people that feel a certain way, but they can't, they're not going to relate to somebody that's in NA or AA, like there's a lot of people that there's a lot of people I know that got clean with marijuana, and like my buddy, from he's been clean from everything except marijuana for 10 years, and he was a huge like crack addict. So like that's proof right there that it works. Suboxone works, like, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, I feel happy, like I went through over the past year, I did go through some stuff that like almost could have pushed me over the edge, but and that's why I do respect Suboxone, because there was a situation like a few months ago where I was like, you know what? Like and so I called the doctor and I got on Suboxone. Like there was 3 times since I got clean that I called and was like, can you put me on Suboxone? And then I would go do the Suboxone for like a month or two and then get the shot and stop, because I don't know, sometimes I feel like, listen, we're not perfect. Like I don't care how clean you get, or how long, I don't care how long you've been clean, or what you do or what you did or whatever. Like we're all human, and every single one of us does stuff every day that we're not supposed to do. It's about, my thing is like, how can I eliminate as much negativity as I can and keep like more positivity in my life? Like eliminate people that are negative, like eliminate places that, yeah, and that's pretty much what I've done. I eliminate the things that I know I can't have, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be trying to get better forever, I feel like, like life is a crazy, I'm like, life is a crazy thing, because like there's like, I don't know, I'm like there's like there's 8 billion people in the world. Like we like nobody has to get on here and fake themselves, or like try to be like, oh, I have all the answers, or dude, like, because we know the truth. Like, you're not, everything isn't peachy. I know it's not, like, but it's about, for me, it's just about pushing through it, like, because I know, like, dude, there's dark, like, anytime that I realized this like a year ago, because I was sitting in my apartment and I was just like, it was one of those moments where it was like, all right, I feel messed up right now, like mentally. But I started realizing, like, if I push through that dark time, like, it eventually ends, like, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So, like, and I feel like we create we can create a positive narrative in our minds or a negative narrative in our minds. Like say I'm going up on stage. I can tell, or say I'm going for a job interview. Like before the job interview, I can go and be like, I can tell myself like, they're probably not gonna like me. I don't think my clothes look right. I don't think I'm qualified. And you're gonna go in there and you're gonna portray the person you're telling yourself you are. Or you can tell yourself like, I'm gonna kill it, you know, like I know I got it. Like I do this. Like you know, and you'll probably succeed. So I just try to have like a more of a optimistic and positive outlook than a negative.
Yeah, I agree. I want to take back like where you were like, man, there's 8 billion people in the world. Like we don't have to get on here and fake our recovery. I agree, because no matter what people say, and that's what's really big like about my room, like someone's gonna relate. And like I'm really big about like, don't agree with me, don't, you know, unless like don't just agree with me, don't follow what I say, like tell me what you think and believe and feel and what you do and how you get through situations, because somebody out there is doing the same thing. Even if you think it's wrong, even if it is wrong, you know, or whatever, like somebody's doing the same thing. So like I think that's really important to get on here and be really authentic. Like I love how you're just like, I don't know, you put out the whole song Cali Sober. I had it playing a little bit when you came in, like, and just like being you, because we are messed up people, and some of us have experienced trauma, like, you know, so freaking bad that like, like you need something like, and I don't know, and people are going to come for me for this. I'm freaking sure of it, but like that's how I feel. Like some people just like if you feel like you can't get through your life without something, then like in my mind, weed is medication, like medication assisted treatment. Like I really feel that way. Like if that's all you do, like I don't know, man. I call that a win, you know? Like I grew up though, and I grew up in a house where like drugs were very, very normalized. And to me, weed was like never a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, it's just weed. So like people are using that in their recovery to like get another day or another week or year or however, you know, whatever, then I think that's great. Like I think do whatever works for you. And I think that's really important to put that out there. And that's why like you stood out to me so much. Just why I was like, I'm going to do a special episode on a weekday just because I really want to put this message out there, because it's so fucking important to be our authentic self. I guarantee like there is probably, I don't know how many people are watching this, but at least, you know, 30 or 40% of them are sitting here nodding their heads right now because
Listen, I've been smoking now for 9 months, and I haven't had anything negative happen to me. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, but that doesn't mean that the next person is gonna do that, and it's gonna
it's definitely not gonna be for everybody. Like I can, like some people may not, like I know people that come on my platform and they're like, I cannot put any kind of mind altering substance in my body. And that's great. If that's what, like, you know, if you can do that, then that's awesome and stuff. But like for some people, I just don't think it's like, I don't know. Like I think we shouldn't judge. Like in my mind, recovery is doing better. Like if you are doing better than you were before, if you're not selling drugs, selling your body, living under a bridge, robbing houses, like whatever we did in the mess, if we're not doing those things today, and if we are actively taking steps to be a better person, like you were like, I took 2 whole years to work on myself and become a better person, because, you know, back here, I wrote down that you were toxic and abusive and mentally and physically abusive. And like, now I don't feel like that, you know, like, I don't know, like you're like, I worked on myself and I became a better person. Like, and so how can anybody say that's wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
No, I mean, listen, I can see the changes in me. Like I've been in this relationship like 2 months now. I know that's not like forever, but like there's no abuse and stuff. You know, we bicker, you know what I mean? Like we bicker sometimes, but there's no like abuse. Like it's not like it's not like my relationships in the past. Like it's I feel like I feel more emotionally developed. Like things don't set me off like they used to. You know, like, and that's like that's why I always tell people, like, I feel like you can recover. You can recover. Like you can fully recover from your old life, which fully recovering would mean that you have a positive support system around you. Like you're doing the thing that you want to do in life. You're working, like you know what I mean? Like you're living a manageable life. That would be fully recovering to me, would be living a manageable life. You know, like
I like that. Let me write that down.
So like I feel like go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, hold on. Living a manageable life. So do you take like I know, okay, so like in recovery circles, I know some people can be a little passionate about their pathway. Do you run across that ever, like where people try to push on you, like I don't know, that you shouldn't be smoking or any of that?
Yeah.
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
I actually had one of my producers brought that up to me. Like this was like when I had first went to rehab and stuff, you know, and he basically was like, and I mean I can see it, you know, but I don't know. He basically was like, how can you smoke weed and rap about recovery? But I don't think he understands. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. But you know, I mean, it doesn't always matter. It doesn't always matter what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's your recovery, like, and that's another good thing. Like that's what I believe. Like I believe everybody's recovery is going to be different. Like your recovery is not going to look like, obviously, like your recovery looks different. And
yeah.
And oh god, I was going to say something. So, and I want to say too, like you are the first person I've had a couple people on here that do, like, they call it marijuana maintenance and things like that. And a lot of them take it like more in a medicinal. So like I just think it's really courageous of you to come up and you're just like, I like to smoke weed. Like that's what I do. That's all I do. And I'm, you know, but you're taking steps to better yourself. And I think that's really putting out the song. Like I don't know. I think that was huge. In my mind, I thought you were gonna like have all these hate stories, like, you know what I mean? And you don't really seem to have that. So like, and I think some of that comes from like you kind of have a fucking attitude. Like I don't like, you're like, I don't give a fuck, and like this is what I do, and I am in recovery and I'm bettering myself, and that's how I feel. And fuck you if you don't feel that way. Like,
dude, I would love to wake up in the morning and have a plaque. You know what I mean? Because I hit 1 million streams, or you know what I'm saying? Like but that's like my goals. That's my goals that I'm chasing that keep me clean. You know, like it's, you know, like, so I mean,
so do you do any like recovery? Like, do you do meetings or have a sponsor?
I do counseling, but I stopped doing the meetings for the fact that I felt like for me it was a lot of pressure of like, do this, don't do that. It's like when you go to church. It's like when you go to church and people are like say you go get baptized and the next day people are like, oh, you can't listen to that music now. Oh, you can't do this now. You can't, you know, like, and that's why I think that's why a lot of people get pushed away from like religion. And, you know, I don't want to get into that whole topic, but yeah. if that makes sense.
And I'm prescribed Xanax because my anxiety is super bad, but I take them how I'm supposed to, and I do not abuse them. So my eyes, I'm clean and in recovery. Absolutely. So I have some people like on my platform who are prescribed pain medicine, and like literally these people are like one of them almost lost both their legs and had to relearn how to walk, like all these things, and they sometimes takes and I just, man, I don't know any of the rules. I don't work a program or none of that stuff, but like I just believe that recovery, I would never like said it just like that, like you said, recovery is living a manageable life, but like I say, I'm like what I said earlier, I was like, if you're not selling your body, living under the bridge, all of these things, then I think we're in recovery. If we're like actively trying to better ourselves, to be a better person, then I think like who is anyone else to judge us, especially like if it's like prescribed to you, then nobody should ever be judging you and making you feel any type of way about that.
Man, I feel like all we want is a good job, doing something we love, good friends, like simple. Like I feel like we make life so hard sometimes. Like we make life so hard sometimes for no reason. But yeah, I'm
over on my TikTok platform. There's a couple people that that have kind of the same beliefs and values like what we're talking about, and so I just wanted to say that like you got some support. Do you have a lot of people like reach out to you like that are also Cali sober that smoke as well? Or
yeah.
That's awesome. You should start like a group or something. That would be awesome, like of people that just get together kind of.
I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand sometimes how much work goes into like just being an art, like doing everything that I like, even that I do. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. So like, yeah, that's why they say it's hard for an artist to succeed financially without a team, because a lot of people don't like. People aren't looking at my stuff like, oh, I love that. You know what I'm like? I mean, I don't know what people think, but like people aren't like dying to support underground artists. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But obviously, I would love to wake up one day and and have a plaque. You know what I mean? Or because that's the goals that I have, and music's my passion, and music saved my life. If it wasn't for music, I would have went back to selling drugs because I didn't have anything else to fall back on. Like music was my life. Music was it gave me a passion and a purpose. It's how I share my story. And yeah, like I have that song releasing tonight. I love this song actually that's releasing tonight. It's called Never Too Late. Never Too Late. Yeah, it's releasing at midnight, and I really like this song. It's basically like it's never too late. So the song's basically like, I sold drugs, I went to prison, I did all this stuff. My life was hell. But it's never too late. Just stick through it, and it's never too late. Like life does turn around if you're patient, but without getting complacent. You know what I mean? Patience without complacence.
Talk about did you say that you have a team of people like helping you or no?
No. I was saying like it's, oh no, I was saying it's like, it's hard to succeed financially as an artist unless you have a team, like a legit team, because, well, what I was saying is there's so much work that goes into it that like one person can't do enough. Like it's I don't even think it's possible because there's just so much like content and this and that and recording and the money to do the stuff. And yeah, but I don't care. It keeps me clean and I have fun doing it, you know. And
your songs you put out, they look like they're professionally, like, did you say you had like a producer and all that stuff? Or do you just do that in your room?
I have a couple producers and stuff like yeah, I mean I do like I've been doing all my songs right here. All my I have another studio I go to, and then I have a couple people that I work with that'll like finish the tracks for me and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean I have teams that I work with, but I'm saying like you need like a management team like that specifically like can but yeah, so I don't know. Does anybody like have any questions or anything?
I mean, not really. We really talked about a lot. I don't really want to circle back into too much like of the trauma. And you kind of talked about how you got started smoking, and then I just and I think I really think you're really courageous. I love the song. Like and Cali Sober is really the only one that I've listened to. What's the new one called? Did you say?
Never Too Late.
I'm gonna write
that. Honestly, I think my favorite song that I've done yet is it just released like a couple days ago. It's called I Am a Felon. And honestly, it was the first song that I ever did the whole song in auto-tune. But I don't know why I love how it turned out. Like I absolutely love it. So hopefully other people like it too.
Yes. Sorry. I was looking at the song.
But yeah, dude, like I mean, obviously, like yeah, my life is so much better now than it was ever. You know, so yeah, I'm here to say it's definitely worth pursuing change.
Oh, I didn't know. I was gonna ask earlier, like you had said that there had been a couple times that you had like caught and got on subs, to kind of like prevent a relapse or whatever. First of all, kudos to you. But do the doctors give you any shit like about smoke? I don't know is it legal there or?
Yeah.
Oh, it's legal there? Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. Like medical, it's medical marijuana, yeah.
Oh, so they'll actually like give you your subs while you're on. I see. I didn't realize that it was like, okay, medical. I didn't know. I don't know where.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have medical marijuana in PA. Sorry,
Hey, hold on. No, you're good. I just didn't know. Okay.
I've been watching. What did we just watch? Huh? No, the one last night. Oh, never mind.
Okay. If anybody in any of the comments anywhere has any questions for Matt, now is the time. We're gonna be finishing up here in just a few minutes.
But yeah, man. If you want to help support, if you want like more strictly like recovery songs, I would say go listen to I have a song called Alphabetical Addiction, and then I have my other song, which is that one's called Overdose, which is my favorite like recovery type song, so yeah. But I say like I don't consider my music recovery. I mean I do, but I don't. But I consider my music so for me, I consider myself more of just like, I want to bring fun and show that recovery can be fun, not just like, I feel like people make it look so serious. Like, I want to be that artist that's like, nah, let's have fun. Like, we can still have fun. We just don't have to get high. Like, you can still have fun. You can still act up. Like, we're still
I
kids.
love
Like,
that
you know
you
what I
said
mean?
that. Because I love that you said that, because I'm kind of going through some stuff where, like, you know, I go live on my platform 4 times a day on TikTok, and the last live of the day I do at 9 p.m. my time, and we call it social hour. It's not a recovery meeting. It's not recovery is not my entire life. It is very, very important to me, but like, I also do other things. And so I've taken some heat a little bit, because people will come in and they'll be like, what's the topic? And we'll be like, there's not really a topic. We'll go in there and we'll all be filter faces. We'll be like big ass eagles and stuff. And we're just cutting up. We're just fucking having fun. And of course, at any time, if anybody's ever struggling, we always pull them up in the box. Like, that's literally what we're there for. But at the same time, like, we can have fun too. I did some battles the other day, and then I kind of took some heat for that. And like, man, like I have scheduled times a day that I come on and do recovery. I like, it is okay to do other stuff and have some fun. And I really think that. So I'm really glad that you said that, because like, and I know people are really serious about recovery because it saved their life. And I understand that. But at the same time, like, if we, I don't know, for me, if I center my entire life about recovery, it's going to cause me to relapse, because it's going to fucking stress me out. It's going to, I don't know, like, I'll end up absorbing myself. I know myself. I'll like absorb fully. I love people and I want to help people. And then I'll be like, I don't know, they'll relapse and I don't know, like, it's very, very tricky for me. So I have to keep like a balance, and I have to always remind myself that there is like more to life. Like, and for some people, there may not be. Some people's whole life might be recovery. And if that works for you, then I support it as well. But like, for me and some of the people in my group, and that's what I tell people, like, if you don't like that, then just don't come to that meeting. That's fine. Like, no hard feelings, you know. We have someone wants to know, how many songs do you have out?
Like 40, I think, right now.
40. Wow, that's amazing. And then someone said to you, they said, thanks for sharing, my friend. I might have missed the beginning of your story, but I needed to hear the end of it. Thanks again. Absolutely. So there's several people over here. It's some of my Cali Sober fans that are, or followers that are like, they're really loving your story. So I really think that it's important to share, like, and be loud and proud about it, because that's, you know, you're fucking, you know, you're in recovery, recovered, however you want to say that, whatever verbiage you use, like, you're clearly doing better. You're sitting here talking to me on a podcast. Your freaking eyes aren't closed, knotted out like mine would have been. You know what I mean? Like, in the past. So I love that. Thank you so much for being here. We actually did fill the time. I thought thought we were going to struggle, but we're at 55 minutes, so we did great. I'm so sorry.
So if anybody, so I have my song releasing at midnight. So it's called Never Too Late. If you just hit me with a share, a like, and a comment on YouTube, and you can follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, all the platforms. You follow me, subscribe on YouTube for free. I try to have fun in my content. I guess some of it could be like borderline, like, you know what I mean, whatever. But at the end of the day, my music is my story. My music's my life, and I'm authentic. And I know that people can relate to everything I say. There's somebody that can relate to every word that I say, because everything I say is authentic, and it's really what I feel and go through.
Yeah, and real quick, your stage name is rapper Matty Ice. Is that correct? Someone asked over here.
It's Matty Ice 1990.
Matty Ice 1990. I don't know where I got that at, but that's what I put on everything. Like,
I don't even know where I got my name. No, I got my name from jail, because they used to call me Matty Ice in the county, and it was like kind of just like a funny name. And I don't know. I just didn't know what to call it. Now I have names I would use, but it's too late. I'm not
too late
changing
now.
my
It's
name.
already, yeah. I know when I named the podcast, I actually do love this name, but it was not my first pick, Feral But Sober. I don't know. I tried to find a name, and like I was trying to find something that was like available across all the platforms, and like all these things wasn't too close to something else, and blah blah blah. And so I landed on this, and at first I didn't really like it, and I was just like, whatever, I'm going with it. But now I love it. Now we have the whole Feral fam thing going on, and like I don't know.
No, I love it. This stuff's all like marketing and stuff, and I don't know, for some reason, like the name and stuff, it sticks out, it stands out, you know what I mean? It's different. So I think I think you should stick with that.
Yes,
I like it. And it's like, and it goes with my whole thing of like, you can still be wild and sober and free from prison.
Yes, and like and I know you said like some of your music is like borderline. Like I love that, because that's kind of what we do on our platform. Like I call them edgy or spicy topics, like stuff that I know is going to get people fired up. But like I've never had any problems on my platform. Like we disagree, but we stay to the I statements and my experiences and XYZ. And we really have some good stuff. People do kind of get fired up because they're passionate, but like we have a really good time, and we do talk about stuff. I'm big on like we talk about the mess a little bit, and people give us some heat for that. But like we're allowed to laugh at ourselves. Like, so what? I was stupid as hell with no eyebrows when I was high. I thought it was cool to have my eyebrows were this freaking big. Like, you know, like, and that's okay to talk about and laugh about and laugh at ourselves or whatever we did. Like. And I don't know. And so I just love it. I just like your whole energy. You're very authentic and real. And you're just, I don't know, fuck it energy. I like it. Thank you so much for sharing and for freaking being patient with me. I am a hot mess, but I appreciate it.
We all
are. Does anybody else have anything else for Matt?
Yeah, hit me with a follow. You can follow me I'm on all the platforms. I mean, if you just type in Matty Ice 1990, like, it'll pop up. Because like TikTok, it's rapper Matty Ice 1990.
That's like where I got it, I bet. Yeah.
But they're all, if you type Matty Ice 1990, all my content will come up and you'll be able to follow me.
Yes, so. Matty Ice 1990, and I'll follow, guys.
If anybody follows me from this podcast, I'll follow you back. Just send me a message and just say, hey, I'm from the Feral podcast, and I'll follow you back.
There you go, guys. And his new song drops tonight, Never Too Late. Everybody check it out. If you share it, even if it's not your thing, guys, let's give him some love. Let's support him. Share it, like it, all of the stuff. Send a comment, whatever we got to do to get him pushed out.
No, it's going to be their thing. It's going to be their thing.
There you go. It's going to be great. All right, Matt. Thank you so much.
All right. See you guys.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel